Okay, guys, are you finally ready? Because this is the final chapter of Insecret and it's officially out. I just wanted to say that this couple of seasons on this series has been an emotional roller coaster that had me on the edge of my seat from the beginning to the very end. Whether it's the main couple or the secondary couple, it's just keeping me on the edge. I do have to say that I prefer the chemistry between Jihyuk and Dawol because I find it more simply electric than the main couple. I mean, talk about how this whole love can withstand anything, really. The long wait that he did, and even with the death of Yuwon, it really did withstand all of that. And the fact that in the end of this series, they did visit Yuwon's grave together and just shows how deep their love is and how much they care for each other. But what really got me was when Jihyuk I think this is his first time ever visiting Yuwon's grave. And this one's kind of special because they're officially dating at this point. And for him to do all of this, it just shows how deep his love really is and how much he really does care. He even promised to visit the grave with Dawol from this point forward. It is a very touching moment. It's one of my favorite scenes in this series. Let's not forget about the scenes that these two had in the previous chapters. Those were really good. They are finally over that bridge and they're not afraid to show their love for one another anymore. At least on private, because they can't really show on public. They're still public figures that can't really do all of those PDAs that I know Jihyuk wants to do, but I know Dawol is gonna think about the other members, so he's not gonna do that. It was pretty intense though, that to be honest, I couldn't put this whole series down while I was reading it. Overall, it was a very nice read. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hottest and wildest yaoi podcast on the planet. Get ready to fan yourself because things are about to get steamy. That's right, it's time for ZEALED Fujoshi, the show that's all about yaoi manga. I am CeeCee, your host, the ultimate Fujoshi, who's always on the hunt for the hottest and juiciest and most thrilling yaoi manga out there. I've read it all, and I'm not afraid to share my honest and unfiltered thoughts with you. From sweet and romantic love stories to spicy and steamy tales, I got you covered. My reviews are not only informative, but also hilarious. So you can expect to laugh your socks off while I spill the tea on your favorite yaoi manga. But before we start, this podcast is explicit. We'll be discussing mature themes, explicit themes, and all things that makes yaoi manga so delicious. So if you're not comfortable with that, it's probably best you tune out now. Let's get one thing clear though. Spoiler alert, I am not afraid to dish out spoilers. So if you haven't read the manga we're talking about, you might want to skip this episode. But if you're brave enough to join us, we promise to make it worth your while. If you're ready to join us on this spicy adventure, grab a cold drink and a cozy blanket and get ready to join me on this wild ride of passion, laughter, and all things yaoi. Welcome to ZEALED Fujoshi. It is also very nice to see all of the members of the group Insecret and reunite together for this very last chapter. It's kind of bittersweet, especially if you've been reading this series for years now. It had me reaching for the tissues, but that's not all. We get to see that Yuwon and Dojin back in Korea, our main couple. We find out that they got married abroad And Dojin is just proudly showing off Yuwon's ring to the other members, even if Yuwon doesn't want to show the ring. It's a touching moment that just shows he really does cherish being a husband. Kind of cute. Meanwhile, this whole interaction with Yuwon and Dojin's relationship being public and all made Dawol very cautious about showing off his relationship with Jihyuk and the other members. We can see from his expression that Dawol really wants to be honest with them, but he's also afraid of how they will react because there was a little bit of a resistance when Yuwon and Dojin came out to the members. But seeing how accepting these members are now after years has passed, I don't think that's really the issue. I think he's just still lagging, accepting the fact that he's in this relationship. However, regardless of all of that back and forth, I am happy that Jihyuk can really read Dawol's mind, or at least make a very good guess of what's in his mind, that he sort of proposes to Dawol at the end of this chapter. After the whole reunion event was over, when he had the alone time with Dawol, Jihyuk just proposed. And then Dawol realized that he really can't keep this relationship with Jihyuk a secret any longer, especially if he's really going to pursue it, officially. It's nice to see that at the very end scene of this book, he confirms that he will tell the other band members about their relationship. And it's a very powerful moment coming from him, especially since he's been hiding all of these secrets all these years. It really had me cheering for the two. I am disappointed though that we didn't get to see them come out to the members because I really wanted to see their reaction. I am happy but sad at the same time. I really can't believe that this series is finally completed. I feel like I was just reading this book yesterday and I'm really gonna miss the Insecret members on how chaotic they are. Overall, Insecret is a very beautiful yaoi series that will tug your heartstrings and make you fall in love with all the Insecret members. It's a story full of twists and turns, and the romance between the secondary characters Jihyuk and Dawol is really electrifying. If you haven't read Insecret yet, I highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed. Attention to all yaoi manga lovers out there. Are you a talented individual with a passion for all things fujoshi? If so, ZEALED FUJOSHI wants you. We're on the hunt for a team member to join our passionate and hilarious crew. If you have a knack for reviewing yaoi manga, a love for all things spicy and steamy, and a desire to share your opinion with the world, then we want to hear from you. Join our team and help us spread the Fujoshi spirit to all corners of the world. Whether you're a writer, editor, or a social media guru, we want your talent and expertise to take ZEALED FUJOSHI to the next level. So, if you're ready to embark on this exciting journey with us, reach out to us in the description below and let's make magic happen. Join the ZEALED FUJOSHI team today. Let's show the world what the Fujoshi spirit is all about. And that's a wrap. Fellow Fujoshis and Fudanshis, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of ZEALED FUJOSHI, where we dished out all the hottest and juiciest yaoi manga. Remember to follow me on social media where I share even more yaoi goodness and behind the scenes content. And if you're loving the manga I am reviewing, don't forget to support the author, creator by purchasing their work and spreading the word to your fellow Fujoshis and Fudanshi friends. Thanks for tuning in, ZEALED FUJOSHI, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Until then, keep the Fujoshi spirit alive.